1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. There's something wrong with that.
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Parents often react inconsistently to their baby's distress. Sometimes they can be loving, other times they are angry, and at other times they may ask their child to worry about them. Watch this mother's response to her child's crying.
Stop that! I don't want you to do that. Stop it again.
Here's another example.
Honey, you scared me. I thought something terrible had happened. Come here now. Mommy was just so scared. Make Mommy feel better. Give Mommy a hug. Make Mommy feel better.
As you can see, once when this baby hurt himself, his mother got angry.
Stop that.
And another time, the mother got more upset than the baby.
You scared me. I thought something terrible had happened.
By doing that, whether she meant to or not, the message the mom gave her baby was that her own needs were more important than her baby's. These babies stop going to their parents for comfort because they don't want to upset their parents. It's important to remember it's not up to a baby to meet a parent's needs. It's the other way around. It's up to you to meet your baby's needs. A child who gets a loving response only some of the time has to work very hard, often by clinging and whining to get their mother's attention. They don't know what to expect from their parent and are not sure how to get love and affection. They can become very demanding. In the long term, children who are unsure about themselves and their parents are likely to have problems getting along with other people.
Saying our name?
Here's another way this mother could have responded to her child. See how this time the mom focuses on the baby's needs. See how she paid attention to her baby, calmly picked him up, held him close, and reassured him. She responded to her child in a loving way, and a baby whose parent responds in this loving way learns that he can count on his parent to be there when he needs her. Babies whose mothers respond in a loving way learn to trust that their needs will be respected and valued, and they, in turn, learn to respect and value other people's needs. In other words,
Parents are inconsistent in how they show up for the needs of the baby. Do you understand that? How does that relate to the conversation tonight, tonight's conversation? we playing at this, man. Most people you know have been neglected in some way, shape, or form. Most people you know have been unseen, unheard at some point in their early development. And if it's severe enough, you might develop a maladaptive attachment style. And if the mother was doing it while you were in the womb, do you see? Do you see? It's bigger than do we got tickets to the Grammys? Kendrick's concert is today. It's bigger than that. Yes, that's great. That's a moment. Yo, the West Coast is on fire. We turned up today. Kendrick's perform. Yes, Juneteenth.
See, when you're inwardly impoverished, external doings take precedent so you can keep your mind off of a nagging, gnawing wound that you've had since you were in the womb. Do you understand? Heavy stuff tonight. We got Nikki from The Sip on the Voice of Reason live on KBLA. Nikki from Mississippi, please get in here and give us that good word.
Brother Zoe and the fam.
Yeah.
I didn't intend for it to be as heavy a topic as it is, but...
Come on now. You know what I'm going to do with it. You give me a topic, I'm going to get it.
It's a real deal, man, and I want us to be getting better and well. One of your questions tonight was, what is reactive attachment disorder? Supposedly it's rare, but it means that a child can't form healthy emotional bonds. And scientifically, they look for the developmental age of a child at about 9 months to exhibit this characteristic. 9 months. It's ironic that's the same period of gestation. But anyway, if any of this is true as far as trapped trauma is concerned, and I'm saying that because I think we haven't been good at looking at how these experiences in the womb really manifest as we, assuming that we live, how it shows up in the body. The clip you played, the lady was saying that the body remembers. We may not in our psychological space, but our body remembers. And that has been my experience. I had an extremely traumatic mothering experience till I got to my mom. And I'm saying that so that everybody can know and understand that this is not about pointing fingers, but yes, there can be some intercession and correction in terms of if you experience the trauma in vitro, something, someone, some loves can occur in your life to sort of right that experience or correct that experience or love you past, out, and through that experience. It is also not a topic to point fingers in the sense that I'm not mom blaming.
Right.
And what it is more about is really understanding how and why, because something happened to my mom that was traumatic for her to the point where she wanted to abort her child. But her child was, that child, it was like, nope, because it didn't work. And I didn't know until I got much older that that occurred with her. And what that meant in me in trying to solve an ailment was a trapped trauma that I had to become aware of. And when she told me, it wasn't that I was upset, but it helped me understand. Because I humbly submit to you, if you try and kill me, we ain't going to be friends.
We ain't going to be friends.
Now, I can forgive. In fact, because that's where it started for me, because I was afraid I was going to hell because I couldn't honor my mother. And I didn't understand why. She didn't like me, and she still doesn't like me. And I had to find out and learn and understand why. Because something happened to her that made her want to kill everything that reminded her of that something. And so what that turned into inside of me became a trapped trauma and a dis-ease. And in my quest to solve that dis-ease, I had to learn about that trauma she had, because it continued to live in my body and I didn't understand why. And once I did understand why, it's a reason. this wasn't going to work from the beginning because you tried to kill me over there. So we just, okay, I can let you get free, and now I can get free. Because now I understand that this thing that happened back there in the womb because of some trauma she experienced, though I lived, right, I didn't live in the whole sense because I came in the world fighting that trauma. That's before the predisposition for, high blood pressure or diabetes or any of the other stuff. I had the predisposition for that thing. So when we have our children, when we go about procreating, when we are being intimate and understand that can be a result. I put the example in there about I want a boy or I want a girl because that is negative talk to a fetus. The world tells us that the baby doesn't know and the baby doesn't remember. But I humbly submit to you, the spirit of that child that's in the womb knows whether you want it or not. And whether there is disappointment emotionally within you if you didn't get what your heart's desire was. And I just want us to be cognizant, aware, and pay attention to some of the traumas, not to blame mom, but to understand where moms and dads may have been in their experience when we were being formed. I told you from the beginning I love everybody.
We know.
And I'm trying to help you because that Jezebel spirit ain't no joke, man. That's what made mom want to say, no, gotta go. I love you. About to sip on in. Come on, y'all, let's go.
Nikki from the SIP, thank you so much for this fire. We appreciate the topic. Thank you if you're just tuning in, man. Tonight's topic was given to us by that young lady right there, Nikki from the SIP. Were you psychologically wounded while you were in your mother's womb? A deeper look at womb wounds and the development of maladaptive attachment styles. Very heavy topic tonight. The concept of attachment theory, popularized by psychologists like John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth, emphasizes the importance of early relationships in shaping human development and emotional well-being. However, recent research and insights from multidisciplinary experts suggest that attachment wounds may begin to form even before a child is born, in the womb of their mother. This notion challenges traditional views of attachment formation and raises provocative questions about the origin of maladaptive attachment styles and relational patterns. Now, this is going to be a heavy topic, or this is hour 2 of a heavy topic, and a lot of people still do not understand the purpose of relationship. This is why I go back and I say relationships are inherently spiritual. Not just the sex, but you as you are in the moment. Again, correlate the concept, we are spirits having a human experience. So relationships are inherently spiritual, but because we live in a transactional, what's the word I'm looking for? Transactional, commercial, kind of culture that everything is, well, what are you bringing to the table? Well, I could be bringing everything that society says I'm supposed to bring, but if I'm also bringing wounds that need to be reconciled, does that mean, listen to what I'm about to say, because that's part of what's being brought to the table, those unreconciled wounds. Now, when we start to look deeper into those unreconciled wounds, typically those unreconciled wounds find a soulmate in the wound of the person we attract. Damn it! That's it right there. So you say, what are you bringing to the table? These wounds. And these wounds really enjoy your wounds. And these wounds want to grow up together. These wounds want to heal. That is being in a relationship with a human being. We live in a society that keeps saying, oh, I had enough. I didn't sign up for this. I'm not with this. Well, why did you come to this campus known as Earth? Relationship is the classroom. The biofeedback you get from your partner is the textbook. And the planet you walk on is the university. It is the university of you. We keep throwing people back, discarding people, starting over. And what is the impetus for starting over? It's got to feel better. But that's not the purpose of relationship. We made relationship about feeling better. No, relationship is really about healing better. Do you understand? Heavy stuff tonight, man. Let's get Nzinga. Nzinga. Pensacola, Florida. What up, Nzinga? Talk to me. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Oh, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Mr. Zoe.
Yes.
This is a very powerful topic. So before I was born, my mom was addicted to heroin. So for those 9 months, she stopped. But she used to eat Argo. And I don't know if anybody, that's like cornstarch. And so when I was born, the cornstarch kind of, I guess, if I had to explain it, dried out the womb. So when I came into the world, I came out through C-section with the umbilical cord almost wrapped around my neck. So, I came into the world with through trauma, I guess, so to speak. So while I was in the womb, my mom was kicking this habit. She had a Jones for something. She had a wanting for something that she couldn't have. And so not only, I guess, did she pass some of that's manifested in different ways, she got sick at the end of her life. My mother was very pretty. And so when she got sick, she kind of went into hiding because she was shamed. And so she inadvertently passed that to me as well. So I do have to deal with these things post-mortem, which is a little more difficult because I have to deal with it in the spirit. I have to deal with it in dreams. And, I had a reading, and in the reading, I didn't even bring up my mom at all. But the person who was doing it, she asked the initials.
Wait. Stay right there. Stay right. Nzinga, we need just to breathe for 1 second. Oh, this is powerful stuff. You're listening to the Voice of Reason on KBLA Talk 1580. Hold tight, Nzinga's gonna finish it.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment. LA's 99 neighborhood councils form the grassroots level of the Los Angeles city government. The system was created to connect LA's diverse communities to City Hall. While neighborhood council board members are volunteers, they are also public officials elected to office by the members of their community. Neighborhood councils advocate on issues like homelessness, housing, land use, emergency preparedness, public safety, parks, transportation, and sustainability. They also provide local expertise on the delivery of city services to their various communities. Neighborhood councils are open to participation by anyone who is a part of the fabric of daily life in said community. This includes those who live, work, or own property or a business. If you are interested in stepping up to join your local neighborhood council, visit www.empowerla.org. That's empowerla.org. It's time to think globally, but act locally. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA delegation, listen up. Not feeling yourself lately? Has your weight loss dreams, have they turned into a weight gain nightmare? Have you been chasing those 20 pounds for the last 20 years? Then it's time for D-Herbs. D-Herbs Full Body Cleanse is a natural cleansing regimen that can help you lose 20 pounds in 20 days. The Full Body Cleanse will also boost your immune system and improve your digestion. With summer just right around the corner, stop chasing the 20-pound weight loss and propel yourself into a healthier lifestyle. To reboot your system and lose those 20 pounds, just go to dherbs.com and order your full body cleanse or call 866-434-3727. Mention KBLA 1580 and get 10% off your order. dherbs.com. Experience healing.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
High energy, full with the wisdom, sense of a rich man, knowledge and the rhythm. This is what I'm using to come up with a style, so I'll interact all together better with the crowd. Nervous for a second and the record starts spinning and I fall into the state of mind of what I've just created. Pumping like the doctor, D into the RE suckers ready to leap up on the tip when we made it. Created so I'll never be regarded as a regular, more than just a little bit better than my competitor. You should never underestimate the fashion. I hope for the stage whether I'm cooling or thrashing. Cracking the concoction created by me. When read you read, E equals a D-O to the C. Knowledge and the talent that my mother had born to her equals an artist I won't be worn. What is that, Dre?
It's the formula.
It's like a message that only I can understand. But those who want to comprehend will again be in the midst of the brother. Unlike another in any way, cause Trey don't play. Say what the others say. Originality is a must. Whenever I bust, the funky composition is crushed and I trust.
The first few years of your life are not even in your memory. And that's true for everyone. But if you were neglected or abandoned during that time, it can influence your brain development in ways no one can see by you or anyone. And so you may have grown up blaming yourself, feeling like you're doing something wrong because you have classic signs of trauma during infancy. And one example of where this kind of trauma can begin is in children who are adopted. Now, even when they're adopted by loving parents, there can be an injury to development with a common pattern of symptoms. Things like struggling to know who you are, what your needs and preferences are, and what you actually want in life. Not everybody who's adopted has those, but that is one pattern. And you can be left with, as well, a chronic sense of insecurity, which is totally understandable. When it's coupled with that diminished sense of identity, it can make you susceptible to other people's agendas. Rather than strike out on your own path, you might find it easier to go where you're told, or to mimic the choices of the people, who are in your space or who you depend on. So my letter today is from a woman I'll call Kathy, and she writes, "Good morning. I'm 64 years in age and still feel like I've never reached adulthood or grown up. I've rarely felt deeply, honestly happy my entire life, although I think I pulled off pretending all was normal or okay most of my life. I wasn't abused. Here's the backstory, although for me I will never truly know if I was lied to or given half-truths. I was raised by an older single mom. Her story to me, from the earliest memories, was that I was adopted in 1957. My mom was 46.
I promise you, I didn't listen to these videos all the way through. I listened to that first piece And it was so profound, I said, I gotta send this to Andy. But she's hitting on so many cylinders, man. You know, I was adopted, so I know what that feels like. And I totally concur with how she, you know, articulated that. Man, tonight's topic is heavy, bro. I have to continuously reiterate. Relationships is about shadow work. Relationships are about shadow work. It's about self-healing. Your partner is your holographic spiritual mirror, right? Your central nervous systems are connecting. You know, your traumas and wounds are connecting at a soul level. And it's designed for you to overcome you, right? You're the curriculum. You're the degree, right? Heavy stuff to talk about tonight. Let's get back to Nzinga. Nzinga was on complete fire talking about her mother and how she was clean while she was pregnant with her, but yet she still, you know, had some kind of fixation. You said it was some type of, what was it, corn or something?
Yeah, it was cornstarch. She used
cornstarch.
You know, people, yeah, she would eat it like by the spoonfuls, and I guess that affected me in the womb. So I would say my mother did have a life. She was a singer. She played the piano. So from her, I did get a little bit of a voice. From her, I did get, you know, she used to always instill in me, charity begins at home. She instilled in me, you know, she loved to say, those ain't your friends. And she has never been wrong. She's been there for a long time, and she has never been wrong about that, I would say. But I would say what else I inherited from her was, like, that spirit of shame. And so I have to work that out with her post-mortem, which means I have to do most of the legwork. And, you know, it's
well, you
it's
are the
legs.
legs. You are the legs. This is your work now. This is your work.
I'm realizing that.
Yeah.
I'm realizing
because
that.
epigenetics said we're going to pass it down anyway. So she passed the baton to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is your work.
And I want to finish the race. Because, but had she been here, you know, we would be going into therapy together. So, I mean, so that's what I mean when I say I have to do most of the work.
You're going to be okay.
Because had she... Thank you. I appreciate that. I have no doubt. I have faith in myself, and I have faith in this process, and I have no doubt that I will be. And just for anybody else listening, you know, the things you inherit, like you said, it's not the end of the journey. Sometimes, as Atala said, those things are just the beginning. It gives you insight and, you know, a roadmap to fix those things as well. So
I love you, man. And I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being so transparent. That was Nzinga from Pensacola, Florida. If you want to get in here and talk that real, the voice of reason is on right now.
My thoughts on Bonnie, you can help but listen up and get caught on. Because I cook when I pick up a pen and begin in the end, it's dope. That's because I want to win. Knowledge and the talent that my mother had born to her equals a duck. What is it, Dre?
Yo, man, that's the formula.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. The Columbus, Ohio City Schools Board of Education is expected to vote on school closures next week. The subject was the focus of the public comment at a recent regular board meeting, with most speakers asking the board to avoid shutting buildings down. Isaiah Thomas with the Columbus Education Justice Coalition criticized closure plans, saying shutting down buildings in predominantly black and brown communities will lead to gentrification and displacement of families. A facilities task force laid out 9 different scenarios for building consolidation when delivering their initial recommendations last month. Baseball Hall of Famer Willie Mays is dead at the age of 93. Mays spent most of his 22-season career in Major League Baseball playing for the San Francisco Giants, with the team announcing his passing on Tuesday. He ended his career with 660 home runs and won a record-tying 12 Gold Glove awards. He's regarded as one of the greatest baseball players of all time and was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1979. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Unleash your style in 2024 at FS Cut and Color. Get a fabulous cut and color duo from one of their expert stylists at unbeatable prices. Only at Fantastic Sam's, where hair care meets affordability. Visit FantasticSams.com to find one of their 60 SoCal salons near you.
Follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the leader. Oh my God. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Did you know addiction to drugs like meth or cocaine is a disease and not a choice? But getting help is. If you have stimulant use disorder, you, your family, and friends may have a lot of questions, including where to start. Choose Change California can help. Make a change today and find a proven treatment option for you at choosechangeca.org.
Looks like Bobby needs a ride again.
Grab the keys. Let's take our auntie to the swap meet. Grab the keys.
Whether you're giving rides or hauling gear, do it all in a Chevy SUV. Head to your local Chevy dealer, where well-qualified buyers get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Malibu, Colorado, Blazer, Equinox, Trailblazer, and Traverse limited models. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
1.9% APR for 36 months. Monthly payment is $28.60 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment 15.8% plus finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 7/1/24.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select a new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
We're not just a thermometer recording and broadcasting popular opinion. We aim to be a thermostat, transforming the conversation about climate justice in our community. This is KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Single Moms Planet is a nonprofit organization dedicated to uplifting under-resourced single mom business owners and working mothers nationwide. Single Moms Planet offers comprehensive programs of financial literacy, business development, mentorship, and entrepreneurial training. They provide education, accountability, and hope. Single Moms Planet was founded by model, TV personality, and producer Nefertari Plessy. Nefertiti felt firsthand the challenges that face single moms as she was raised by a working single mother. She learned that the most disadvantaged group in the United States are single mom families. According to the U.S. Census, 30% live under the poverty line. So she decided to do something about it, along with co-founder Cole Patterson. Their goal is to end the poverty cycle in single mother households through education, opportunity, and networking, providing family and child enrichment programs for under-resourced single-parent families. Single Moms Planet serves over 10,000 single moms and their children each year. Studies show that business development and financial literacy provide a positive environment for children and families, exposing them to new possibilities and opportunities. To attend one of their fun events, make a donation, or get more information, or if you need help as a single mom, please visit singlemomsplanet.org. That's singlemomsplanet.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Now this one dedicated to the man them call MacGyver. And no 007 James Bond spy man inside the area. Maximum respect to the man them call Ice Cube. And no bus no deuce no 38 but 44 wicked. You know the wicked, Ice Cube and touch a James on, yes, them wicked. If you got the mic and bust up the crown, yes, them wicked. All of them gal with the sound. My name is Santiago and Ice Cube, we run the town. Wicked, look at the way y'all lick it, I'm wicked.
There's a deep need in every one of us to have a parent who deeply loves us. Where they are is where we derived the feeling of home. And sometimes as we grow up and go out on our own, when times get rough, the love of that parent and the existence of that place provides an anchor, a shelter where we can return for comfort and strength. So many of us with childhood PTSD suffer with a vague sense of emotional homelessness, either because we lost that parent too soon or we never had them in the first place. My letter today is from a woman I'll call Elizabeth, and she writes, Dear Anna, I'm 23 years old and recently ended an on and off again relationship that lasted 2 to 3 years. He was the first man I opened up to and dated. It was a long distance relationship. Although we never met in person, I was very attached to him. All right, I've got my fairy pencil. It matches my shirt today. I'm going to go through and circle things I want to come back to on a second reading, but let's just go through and see what Elizabeth is experiencing and see if I can help. All right. So she was very attached to this guy. When we broke off contact, I felt miserable and I knew I needed professional help. I've been going to therapy ever since. And a side note, I always was the one who broke off contact and sought it again. And almost everything mentioned in your videos applies to me. I suspect it has to do with the sudden absence of my aunt when I was a child. After my mother gave birth to me, my father avoided us for a while. I don't have a good relationship with my father to this day. And due to complications in childbirth, my mother became ill and my aunt took care of me. Since then, she was literally like a mother to me.
You're listening to the voice of reason on KBLA Talk 1580. We hope this thing is moving you the way it's moving me. This is a powerful topic. We've got powerful callers. People from all over the country are sharing their experiences. They're being transparent. They're being so open and candid. This is a beautiful show, man. And I just need you guys to understand relationships are much more than we allow them to be, than most of us allow them to be. On the call right now, on the line right now, we've got one of our regulars, one of our favorites, good brother, Reggie out of Austin, Texas. Reggie, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Man, I started listening to the show a little bit late, and just from the time I've been listening, it's a wonderful topic. I got that your attachment style starts very, very early, and much earlier than I thought it started.
Can start.
But I learned, yeah, it can start, brother. But I've learned that your attachment style is not your blood type. It's not fixed.
Keep going.
And if we're spirits having a human experience, then that means that everything is negotiable, everything is changeable, everything is flexible, and to the degree that you're flexible is the degree that you can get out of whatever you're in. It isn't a one-to-one thing like a science, but it's an experiment. It's an experience that we're going through, all of it. It's a spiritual experience, all of it. And there are people that start with us early in life that help us develop those attachment styles. And then something comes along that says, man, my life isn't fixed. Like, I can see other things because there are other things out there to see. And because there are other things out there to see, how you started isn't necessarily how you end. And I mean, when I was younger, you know, I developed that attachment style that I have. The divergent attachment style, and man, I thought that certain things were exactly the way they were. You know, I couldn't experience disappointment without thinking my entire life was going to be a disappointment. And then you meet people that show you that your life can be great, like just like you are. You don't have to change anything about yourself. You can just be you, and your life can be great. And it gives you the strength to keep going and learning new skills and learning new parts of life. And sometimes that's all you need. You just need the words like maybe or possibly, and that gives you so much hope to keep going. Right. And so, man, everybody comes into your life like right when you need them. And you know, there are people that you may not even have met, but you just experience, you know, their vibe, and that can help you. It's beautiful, bro. That you know your life doesn't have to end the way it started.
I love it, brother. Thank you so much. Guess what you just did, my friend?
Brought Austin in the building.
Austin, Texas is in the building because of Reggie. If you want to bring your city in the building, you know what you got to do. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. Let's get Reverend L from Dallas, Texas. He's up in here. Talk to us, Reverend.
What's going on, brother?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I got in a little late also, but I caught on fast. And one thing I want to mention, too, and you touched on a piece of it, all this wound trauma and everything, it comes from your DNA. Your DNA can change over time because it's an adaptable molecule. So your characteristics of certain things, the way you handle stuff, is really not you. It's coming from the past and how your people and even the influences of people around you help you adapt to certain things. You know how some people fly off the handle on things, some people are calm about stuff. That comes from somewhere. So you develop that as you age. So when I hear people, and this, like I said, it's just my opinion, when I hear people say, oh, this is just how I am, you know, I just take this baggage with me because I'm afraid to trust people, I'm afraid to hurt. You have to change that mind frame. And you get around people, positive people, and influential people to help you change that mind frame. But also, too, is a dirty game. So some people might not have to do as much work as some others. And some people, you know, probably need to do some real deep therapy to change those wounds that come from the past. And to give a little small testimony of myself, both of my parents were not the best. and that's being nice about it. But my grandmother took me in, showed me different things, showed me different ways of how you handle stuff and everything like that, and it created who I am today. So I know what I was born with, but the influence that I had coming up, being around positive people, being around people that didn't want me to hurt or suffer the traumas of my parents, they molded me into who I am today. So that's what I just say about the energy of people. It's just those generational curses, you can break them, but I feel like it comes from, the things around you help you change, especially coming from that DNA.
I love it, brother. I love it, brother. Reverend L, guess what you just did?
What's that, brother?
You brought Dallas, Texas in the building. If you want to bring your town to the get down, all you got to do is call 1-800-920-1580. We are on fire tonight. When I come forward, the voice of reason, I'm going to break some things down. Let's go.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
We ask seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well-trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up.
Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
Do you have both Medi-Cal and Medicare?
If so, the new LA Care plan called Medicare Plus can help you get the most out of your health plan for $0.
LA Care provides personalized service to Angelinos like us.
Plus, it gives us access to doctors and specialists across Los Angeles County.
For zero cost, we get access to full benefits.
From vision coverage,
in-home support services,
to prescription drug coverage,
and a quarterly over-the-counter allowance.
Plus personal equipment,
meal programs,
a gym membership,
and so much more.
For more than 25 years,
LA Care has provided Angelinos with access to quality health care at an affordable cost.
For our families,
our seniors,
our community,
it's a plus.
It's a plus
for all of us.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
Watch out!
You got me! The galaxy is safe once again.
In the pretend universe, kids play with pretend guns. In the real world, it's up to us to make sure they don't get their hands on a real gun. If you have a gun in the house, keep it locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Why explain the game? Niggas ain't listening. Stuck in positions as victims can't stand to eat the steak up out the kitchen. Half these busters switching, looking at me mean, itching, giving suckers plenty space. Half these chickens is snitching. Where are we now? Guns found daily. The feds share me in hope that they can finally nail me. For selling dope, they back, which make their track burst whenever I rap. Attack words being thrown to explode
fury. Look at me laugh at my competition, flashing my jury. You staying silent if you knew me. Truly effective, you just heard ain't do me justice. Got a death wish begin. Rubber face being traced by the infrared beam. It seems the thinking they recognize my team. Ain't nobody holding you back. Explode the track to confetti, unload it, cause singing ain't ready. The life of an outlaw.
Ladies and gentlemen, my playlist. We got a clip. Let's go.
How do you heal even the attachment traumas that can happen early in your life, before you're born even, but that are affecting you in your adult life? Today, we're going to explore this question with one of the world's foremost experts on healing trauma, Peter Levine. But first, just a reminder that Relationship Alive is my offering to you to help you have the most successful relationships that you can have. If you're finding the show to be of benefit in your life or in the lives of those you love, please consider a donation to help ensure that we can continue in our mission. To choose something that feels right to you, just visit neilsatin.com/support or text the word support to the number 33444 and follow the instructions. And remember, every little bit counts. This week, I'd like to thank Wafa, Marie, Timothy, Karina, Sylvia, David, Angie, and Anita. Thank you all so much for your generous support of Relationship Alive. Also, if you haven't downloaded it yet,
okay, he's taking too long. Okay, he done did a whole promo. I wanted him to get right to the meat and potatoes. But if he won't, I will. So, Reggie, I love Reggie when Reggie calls because he's 100% right. When it comes to maladaptive attachment styles, I mean, attachment styles are fluid. You could be secure and your partner can be or can have an insecure attachment style, whether it's anxious, preoccupied, or dismissive, avoidant, or fearful, avoidant, and they can pull you to one of those, either avoidant or fearful or dismissive. They can anxious. They can pull you in that direction. So they're fluid in the sense that you can rewrite them, and that is the purpose, in my opinion, for why we relate in the first place. Our job is to find out what that attachment style is, then begin to work on rewriting it. In my book, The Shrouded Lighthouse, there's a chapter, and I think it's chapter 14 or chapter 12, that talks about self-authorship, right? And I also talk about one of the greatest breakups in your life is to be able to break up with the patterns that your parents initially established, especially if they're toxic patterns, right? And listening to Reggie, it made me think of a linguist that I love. His name is Alfred Korzybski. And Alfred Korzybski has said some pretty profound things as it pertains to linguistics. And one of his famous quotes is, "The map is not the territory." Very powerful statement. The map. And for psychological purposes, I'm going to say the modeling is not the territory. Just because you modeled unhealed wounds, or just because you've taken in some things before you could even remember those things, it doesn't mean that it has to stay with you forever. The map territory mental model is about understanding the difference between perceptions, the map, and the actual reality, the territory, right? It's like having a map of a city, right? The map can help you navigate and understand the city, but it's not the same as walking the streets and experiencing the city yourself, right? Road closed, intersections get blocked. So just like a map can be outdated or incomplete, our beliefs might not always match the real world exactly. The map of reality is not reality. Even the best maps are imperfect. That's because they are reductions of what they represent. If a map were to represent the territory with perfect fidelity, it would no longer be a reduction and thus would no longer be useful to us. A map can also be a snapshot of a point in time, representing something that no longer exists. This is important to remember as we think through problems and make better decisions. Do you see? Again, the map is not the territory. You can take what you inherited and recontextualize it, right, as a plan to evolve. Sure, I've been through this, but whatever I've been through is not what defines me. Takes me back to Alfred Korzybski. The definition creates the condition. Be careful of how you define yourself. As Reggie pointed out so eloquently, this is the way I am, right? No, you want people to accept you for being psychologically and spiritually lazy. You want people to adjust to your wounds demands as opposed to actually spiritually growing up. The adjustment only lasts if it's coming from the inside out, right? Trying to get somebody to fit your model, trying to get somebody to fit the map. I think it's unfair to ask them to fit your map of reality when in fact the map does not represent reality. It represents your perception of reality. Let me read it again so you could hear it. The map territory mental model is about understanding the difference between perceptions, the map, and the actual reality, the territory. Let me give you an example of that because my friend Tone Talks just came into my channel on YouTube. When you have black folks saying Cheesecake Factory ain't enough, or it's not good enough, or when you have black folks saying, yeah, when we buy this $2 million or $4 million house, not all black people can have those kind of aspirations when you look at the map territory mental model. The map may say, yeah, we can move in that neighborhood. But when you look at the territory, you say, wait a minute, not all of us can do that. Why? Well, you look at wealth and how it's dispersed in America. You got one group that has over 90% of the wealth. So how are you going to make your reality fit the map? It isn't to say, oh, this is negative talk or, you speaking down on aspiration. It's really not talking about that. It's saying start from reality. Don't start from the map. The map is a perception. Listen, we started the conversation. It's up to you to finish the conversation. Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, always on fire. I'll be back tomorrow with another slapper. Much love. Deuces.
The doc.
A little something for the brethren with intellect to truly understand it. It's like a message from the one who's getting candid. Making a mark on the strength with rhyme ain't like nothing. When you're pumping, something that's bumping, did it. Cause it's like I had to make one better than the last one. Close to mistake, none. But